was exactly the timeline on Draymond, and when do you learn he's out? What's the update on him, and also what's your thought process going into the game? No centers, no Draymond.
So we didn't have a shoot around this morning, so there was no issue, this morning. So we didn't find anything out until pregame, and he had a sore ankle. It was bothering him when he was running. So he went through a series of warm-ups in the weight room, and then he went out. I believe he went out and warmed up on the court with his teammates. And I told him, don't be a hero if it's hurting you. Sit it out. Let's get you right so you don't end up missing 4 or 5 games. And I think he was very honest with himself and with us. And he came back in. He said, I probably shouldn't go. And Draymond, I mean, he's as tough as anybody. So it was the right call. Because we didn't have a shoot around, it just caught everybody off guard. And so we literally made the decision to start Mike Mulder with 5 minutes on the game clock.
Hi, Steve. Carlos Ramirez, NBC Bay Area and Telemundo. How do you adjust a game plan when you find out that your point forward is out 5 minutes before the game and that he's the guy who's going to defend Bam Adebayo?
Well, we kept the game plan the same. We just changed the matchups. So, all the coverages stayed the same. It just changed who was guarding whom. And at that point, it's just, a matter of guys going out and battling, which our guys did. Everybody played extremely hard.
Kent, Salas from Greece. I would like to ask you, how responsible did you feel when you learned that Draymond Green was out of the game? And how important is to build on this win, and especially with in the last 17 minutes of the game?
Draymond is our anchor, and anytime he's not out there, it's that's big. That's a big loss for us. But he pushed through whatever he has going on last game, and I told him I respected that, and we just thinking big picture, and we always got his back. We always gonna pick him up. We gonna make up for that energy collectively in some way, form, or fashion. And he was with us, spiritually tonight, and a big part of that win. It doesn't matter if you're out there, if you're not. If you put your energies, in the right place, good things happen.
Eric, it was an extra motivation for you, the absence of Draymond Green, and what it means this win about the identity of your team.
I think it just proves that we can always compete. I mean, we did a lot of good things tonight. Moved the ball well. I mean, how many we had 32 assists. I mean, that's something we should be proud of and continue to just build on.
Ken, you guys went from losing at the start of the season without Draymond, especially on defense, looking very unhinged, to beating the Eastern Conference champion tonight without Draymond and no centers. What's the biggest change you've seen so far from being able to go to that from this or from that?
We've come a long way. We watched a lot of film as a team, and we know defensively we can lock anybody up when we put our minds to it. And not having Draymond, we knew that everyone has to step up on the floor. Defensively, offensively, but especially defensively. Draymond's someone that you're going to miss defensively 100%, even offensively, but defensively he's a monster, so we all had to do that, collectively. And I feel like we got the job done.
How did your mindset change when you found out that Dre wasn't going tonight?
I mean, it changed a lot. We've been picking up a lot of good momentum, and he's obviously been playing amazing as a playmaker, and we've kind of settled into a certain look on offense. We obviously know what he brings defensively. Never take that for granted, and it's hard to replace on the fly. But offensively, it required us to kind of dumb things down a little bit and play more matchup offense, where you're trying to kind of exploit matchups and attack that way. And I think the first half was a little shaky, understanding we're so used to having Dre up there or orchestrating the offense and getting guys in the right spots. And the course of 48, we obviously figured it out, but we'd much rather have him out there.